Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. It's your girl, Life with Mellow Bar. Thank you guys so much for joining, and it's so good to see you guys. So on today's episode, guys, as you read it on the caption, when man say no, God say yes. So in today's vlog, we're just gonna do a little car talk. And I know we previously spoke about why I filed for my divorce. Now guys, guess what? Anyways, let's start off first. I'll keep you guessing for the moment. Remember, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And family, you know how we do it. Tell a friend to tell another friend to tell another friend to hit that subscribe button. Like, share, and leave your comments so we can continue talking after the video is over. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, and go ahead and watch the older videos so you can get caught up on what it is that we are all about over here on this channel. Like I was saying, guys, in this episode, in this vlog, we're gonna talk about the fact that I am officially divorced. Guys, it has been a road of roller coaster, but I am finally at the end. But I'll do a little story time about it, because there were moments when I felt like this was not going to come through for me. And I am often reminded by God's goodness, God's grace, and His mercy that He has extended to us. I am often reminded by it through the situations that I go through in life. My dear, let's get into it. Of course, when it was all said and done, in Ontario, you have to wait 1 year after separation to be able to file for your divorce. Reason being is, should there be some form of reconciliation, then that can be done within that time frame. But guys, I was not trying to reconcile with nothing or no one. So I waited my 1 year. I'm going to tell you, as the 1 year come, my 1 year actually fell on the weekend. Me say Monday morning the courthouse no miss me. Hello? Because here's the thing, like I explained in my last videos about why I filed for my divorce, the truth of it is, I was in like one of the most toxic marriages ever, one of the most toxic relationships ever. And bear in mind that this individual is physically abusing me, all of the alleys of abuse, and the person broke too. No man, me did have to pick a struggle. Me can't sit down with broke people and them put them on for me. Me have to did pick a struggle, guys. So me run go down at the courthouse bright and early the Monday morning for file the paperwork. Yeah man, me never play about that. Cause one thing for sure and two things for certain, me never carry no dead weight with me no more in our life. Dead, stagnant weight, it had to go. Went, filed the paperwork. Of course, I have the family court stuff running parallel to this situation, which, you know, in Ontario, they usually kind of hold you or lock you into a marriage until assets, children, everything you have together is pretty much spoken about, and there's some form of agreement made to say, okay, well, anyways, left this marriage with nothing, and coming to even realize just recently that me did actually in our age gap relationship with this old man. Yeah. And anyways, left the marriage with nothing, because surely, like me tell you, me did have to pick a struggle. It's either me go take the abuse and stay with the broke man, or me go move on with my life. So anyways, now pretty much pick the struggle when I want, which is none. I'm want in a soft girl era, so I make sure I drop the dead weight. And the only thing we had together is my son. So going through that process, of course the court wants to know, how is child support going to go, how is access going to go, which I can do a bit more in another vlog to talk about these things, because I do want to share my personal experience so that women who are in the position or the predicament that I was in knows that there is light at the end of the tunnel. However, you have to be very strategic about how you are playing this, right? Which I will definitely share my own testimonies so that you guys can see that there is a way out. Don't sit in it. There is a way out. It may not be the easiest and it may take a lot of patience, but there is an easy way out. Anyways, going through the family court situation with this individual, of course, he is not interested to pay any child support, which was never an issue for me, because personally, I've been taking care of my child since I've been pregnant with him. So that was never an issue. However, the courts do want to know that that is solidified in paperwork. So went, filed for it, the divorce, and then there's two parts to it. So there's part one where you submit the documents, have it served on the other party. And then there's part two where you wait after 30 days. If the other party says nothing, then you can go ahead and put it through as an uncontested divorce. Now, I did this and then I got a rejection because they're saying that they want to see the child support agreement that is in place. No, there wasn't anything in place because the individual came to court, lied about his finances, and so they had a temporary order in place. And this is where it gets tricky, guys. Now, having gotten the adjournment that the judge submitted and rejected my divorce filing, of course, me call countless of lawyers, where all of them said to me, nothing can be done at this time. I have to wait until the family court matter is settled, and I should be talking to my family court lawyer about this. And I was just getting excuses after excuses after excuses. But I was determined, because there must be a way around it. And there's no way in hell I'm going to be held hostage to a marriage because this individual refuses to show his financial documents. No way I'm going to be held in a marriage with this individual because of that situation. No. So, of course, I did the next best thing. I went into prayer and fasting. Yeah. And that was how I was able to get the answers that I needed to submit documents asking them to reconsider the decision that was initially made. Now, as a girlie who believes in God wholeheartedly, and I know I live my life that is pleasing to God, where my marriage was concerned, and I did everything that I was supposed to do, and understanding that God did tell me previously that he has broken the covenant of that marriage and he has loosed me. I know, and if you know and understand the word of God, if it is loose in heaven, it must be loose in earth. So how am I still bound here by what man is saying? And that's why I had to go into prayer and fasting. With doing that, I was able to understand that I needed to submit a letter of reconsideration. And guys, let me tell you, one thing for sure and two things for certain, ChatGPT ain't never gonna let me down. And so I provided her with the information that I needed her to help me with, which was to propose a letter of reconsideration so I can submit that in. And then also, she was able to word it specific to my situation. Ladies, gentlemen, viewers, family, virtual family, don't sleep on ChatGPT. She got your back, I'm telling you. So once that was done, I still wanted to make sure I solidified everything that was needed to be able to not get another rejection. So what I did was I went back into prayer and fasting because I still didn't have documents to prove that this individual was paying child support, and they were asking for the last 3 years of his notice of assessment, which he has not provided anything, and he has refused in family court to provide any documents that will solidify or verify his income. As a matter of fact, he has wholeheartedly told the court that he has not worked, he doesn't work, all sorts of lies. So what was I going to do? And I went back in prayer again. And that was how I got the answer to that. I'll keep some of this because I think I want to do a story time with you guys and really get into it. But anyways, went back to the courts, provided these documents. And when I provided these documents, I just kept praying.
He will do it again. So I'm gonna leave it up to God. So I'm gonna leave it up to God. So I'm gonna leave it up to God. When you fell down, who picked you up? When you had no one, who showed up? When your back was against the wall, who had your back? When you were under attack, who stopped it when you didn't know if you would make it through the night? Who carried you? God will again.
I remember sitting in the court's office thinking to myself, how did I end up here? How did I marry wrong? And then I started to remember that I'm not usually a person of regret, right? Because I believe regret is a pent-up energy wasted. At the end of the day, I have my beautiful son. And if I'm saying I regret my journey, then that means I'm saying I regret him in the process too. So there is definitely no regrets. Maybe what I wish that is I had done things differently. And with that being said, I'm making sure that my son grows up in an environment that is fostering to his mind, body, and soul. The generational curse in his bloodline ends with him because I am a praying mother growing a healed Black man. And as for me, God did a big one and showed me that he can do all things well. And as a survivor, I'm healing out loud. My biggest part of my prayer was, God, please, you be the judge in the judge and have that final say. And so said, so done. At the beginning of March, I was able to get the document in the mail. I didn't even know what it was at the time. My thing said like me, I said, God, who me owe now? Who me owe? Like, what is this? So anyways, I got the documents in the mail, and when I took it out and I read it, and it says, your divorce has been granted effective 31 days after the order. The order was made. Guys, the order, I went on the 13th of February to drop this off and kept praying. And when I tell you, say, don't ever doubt God. Don't ever doubt him. Even if you have the faith of a mustard seed, keep that faith. Because if you know what a mustard seed look like, then you truly understand what that means. And oh child, this is a testimony in itself. Like, me need to do a story time. I'm gonna go live and do a story time in itself, so you guys can even come and ask me questions. Because on this journey, I'm telling you, I have learned so much about the family court system and about just being able to do your own documents by yourself, because nobody advocates for yourself more than you will. Nobody advocates better for yourself than you will. Pretty much that's what I've learned along this journey and on this process. Anyways, I open the document. So I went and I dropped it off on the 13th. Let me not try to back paddle and stuff so that I can get through this vlog. I don't want to be too long in this vlog, but I mean, you guys have been here supporting me, and I thought it would be so, you know, cold of me to not share with you, because you guys know I never post in real time. Information that is shared here is information that I'm okay with sharing at the time I share it, because it done up and gone already. So any plan of the enemy have to wrap up, paralyze, and go back where it come from. You understand? So anyways, now I am looking at the order, and the order was granted on the 20th of February. Guys, that's 7 days after me drop it off. 7 is the number of completion in God's eyes. Who could it have been but God? And every time God has done something in my life over the years, He always leaves a pattern, or He always leaves something for me to recognize that, yes, my daughter, I'm answering you. This is what I'm granting unto you because you have asked. God said, ask and He will supply your needs according to His riches in glory. So me always I go ask my God, you know, me always I go ask my daddy. Ask Him for what I need, and that's what I needed, and He granted it. And so I am officially divorced. Now I will talk about something else that, you know, having been in the church as well, the apostolic faith, there are parts of it that they do make you feel like you are damaged goods after the fact. But I want us to understand that God does hate divorce. He does not hate the person who gets it, because there are certain circumstances that even He in His words tell you, a man who takes up a woman and marry them and then turn around and abuse them, God would never tell me to stay in a situation like that. As a matter of fact, let me take some accountability right here, right now. God never give me authority to marry this man. Some of them know when I take up myself and they go marry him for. You understand me? Sometimes we have to recognize when we are the ones that are making our own decision and going against God's decision too. But anyways, I feel like I'm gonna do some story time, because I know you guys may have a lot of questions. Do I owe you guys an answer? No, but I don't mind sharing, right? And you know, I just wanted to testify. I just wanted to give somebody else out there a little bit of hope that probably is in my predicament that I was in, and think that there is no way out. There was a time that up here actually thought that too, but there is a way out. And lean on your support system. Even going through therapy, there's a lot of things that I'm learning about myself too. One in particular that I know already was where I am in a friendship group. I'm always like the strongest one, like the strong soldier, like me can't be the weak one. And so because of that, I don't often share what's going on with me. So there's also that part of it too, guys. Like when you have strong friends, check in on them. Ask them how they're doing, because they're not gonna tell you. But may I tell you, sometimes it feel like Mount Everest is on our back. Yeah. Alright guys, so I am currently at the courthouse getting a copy of my divorce certificates. I'm so happy because your girl is finally divorced. God is so good. And I came here today, and it just so happens that my ticket number that I got is actually number 8. And for those of you who may not know, number 8 is my number. And so, bam, we got the number 8. Guys, I got the divorce certificate. Yes. So your girl is officially, we give God thanks. It's been quite a journey, and I am so happy. I just feel like everything where this divorce is concerned, God has strategically just placed numbers. Just numbers have been doing it for me. So thanks be to God, I am at the end of this horrific journey, and now I can finally say I survived. But anyways, guys, this is where I wrap it up. I think I'm gonna start coming live on YouTube maybe, because right now I try to keep up with going live on TikTok to do my little bicycle and talk, my workout stuff. So if you don't catch me over here, definitely catch me over my TikTok page. It's Life with Mellow Bar 8, and go ahead and give me a follow and come and say hi, because we're all a family over here. And it was nice talking with you guys. I will see you in the next vlog. Bye.